a show. It's a podcast show. Welcome to the Julie Cross Podcast Show. Empowering, energising and entertaining. Hi there, friends. Julie Cross here. Welcome back to the podcast show. It's all about resilience today. Resilience. We keep hearing it. It's so back in fashion, isn't it? It's like it's the new black. We hear things like people should be more resilient with how fragile we've become emotionally. The word resilient keeps coming up. And it comes up a lot with our youth as well, that we seem to be observing that our youth are growing up with less resilience. And it's needed more than ever. So I do believe resilience is definitely back in fashion. And that's the reason that recently I've done the tours for our youth, all around building resilience for our tweens, teens and their parents. So Emerald in Queensland, I'm coming your way, 23rd of July, so this month, not long to go. So building resilience. You know, as a professional speaker, I speak to a variety of audiences and a variety of stages. And after every event, I get asked if I share my messages with our youth because people say they're the ones that need to hear it. Well, yes, I do. And I do it on this platform of this public event. Never before have we had so many platforms available to our youth to be exposed on the social media platforms, etc. And the more exposure we get, the more exposed we are emotionally. So we better be ready and we better make sure they're ready. And that's what this event's all about. So never before has the topic of emotional resilience been more focused on, noticed and discussed. And yes, it needs to be. With so much attention on the negative experiences associated with online and face-to-face bullying, I believe it is time to do something positive and expose our children to some empowering messages and strategies. What we focus on expands. And while we are focusing on the negative, we invite more negative. Perhaps it is time to instigate more powerful and empowering conversations, both within the community and between parents and their children. Yes, it's time we started talking about what we can do and what is in our control instead of focusing on what we can't affect and what is out of our control. It is time for the message of hope and knowing that we are stronger than we know, and we need to be exposed to concepts and strategies to work out the emotional muscle of resilience so that we may rise up and go through the tough stuff and grow and go through it. We've got to claim our space in the world and live our best and most rewarding lives, and we need resilience to do that. So come on, enough talking. Let's take some action here. We can dress ourselves up on the outside, but now it's time to invest in and nurture the inside. Resilience is not something that we can buy for our children and wrap it up and give it to them on their 18th birthday. It doesn't just fall on you when you wake up in the morning at 21. It's something you nurture and develop from within during the course of growing up. And we can only become resilient by experiencing situations that would call on us to be resilient. So in saving our children from mistakes, failures, disappointment, embarrassment or negativity, perhaps we're stunting the development of resilience. I believe we should be preparing children for adulthood, not protecting them from adulthood. And sometimes I forget that too. So please don't think that when I'm talking about this stuff that I've got it all together or that I've done it all right. I'm simply working on it like everybody else and being able to reflect on the journey and know where I could have done it better. So let's work on it together. The public have asked for it, and so I'm bringing the show, and it's coming now to Emerald, to your local area. I will share stories that will empower our teens and tweens to take responsibility, to own their space, to know that they are worth it. I will share strategies that can be used to deal with and move through challenging situations rather than sitting in and being devastated and immobilized by them. We will discover the power that comes from knowing that you don't have to buy into what they said about you, and you can walk out of the room if you're not being treated with the respect you deserve, and that includes the social media rooms. We will not be talking about what other people should or shouldn't have said, because you see what happens if they have already said it. Now it is over to you, and I know you can handle it, and we will discover how. This special event is for all boys and girls from 9 years old and for their parents. Bring your mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, friends and families. Please remember it is about the conversations we as adults are having with our children too, and it is also about the example we are setting. I've watched children come in with their parents with a bad attitude because they were made to come and see this motivational speaker, and then as I begin to speak, it gives me such joy to see their body language change, their attitudes brighten, their lights turn on in their hearts and their minds as they get their aha moments. And then to receive amazing messages the next day from both parents and children. Well, that is why I do what I do. So let's all build our resilience together. Let's take personal responsibility for our emotions and be emotionally strong so we may find peace and happiness and have the courage to do what it takes to leave a legacy in this world. I'm looking forward to seeing you at my show in Emerald on the 23rd of July, and watch this space for future events. Thank you so much. Let's build that resilience. See you later. Would you like a little bit more sparkle? Then you're invited to download a free poster at juliecross.com.au.